everyone, and welcome to one of the most beautiful towns in the UK. We're in St Ives in Cornwall. We have a perfect day planned here. I'm going to share with you some of the top things to do. We're starting our day off in St Ives with a little coffee shop that has the most beautiful view of the harbour. It's called Mount Zion, and I read online that this place is supposed to have the most consistently good coffee in all of the town. Prices are a little steep, but you're paying for the view and apparently very good coffee, so we'll see. Very nice.
He's got a little friend looking at you.
Hello, friend. If you can get that little table window, then you are sorted, but it's a beautiful day, so I don't mind being outside. There's no food in there, just coffee.
Thankfully, the coffee is very, very good. He's been here for 11 years, so that says something about what he's actually doing here. And it seems like it's very popular with the locals. There's some ladies in there with their little poodles, and they've got their t-shirt towels, and I expect they've just gone in for a cold water swim. But the view is to die for. Look at this St Ives view of the harbour. Fantastic.
We have absolutely perfect conditions for our day trip here in St Ives, so we are going to do something that we've been wanting to do for a while, and that is a boat trip to Seal Island. We jumped on a boat to taxi us to the other boat, the yellow boat.
Look at that water, it's just so gorgeous today. I think we're going to see loads out there. I'm very excited. Thank you.
I cannot get over how clear and beautiful the water is. I mean, I'm from Cornwall and I still get so surprised by how stunning it is. On a good day, if you show me this, I'd be like, we're in the Caribbean, the Maldives. I can see to the bottom of the floor. And the skipper's just told us there's lots of seals. So this is a boat tour to see wildlife, mainly to go to Seal Island and Godrevy Lighthouse to spot seals. He said that yesterday they saw 100 dolphins. He said it's something that's very, very rare. But if you see anything like that, just shout out and he'll stop for us. We're nearly there. Woohoo! Behind me is Godrevy Lighthouse. It's quite an iconic landmark around this area. I'm trying to figure out if they call Godrevy Lighthouse Island Seal Island as a nickname, or there's a separate Seal Island. Either way, there's going to be seals here, so we're happy. The seal that we saw bobbing around on the rock is actually a pregnant female, so she is going to give birth soon, hence why she's looking quite rotund. Then pups stay with them for about 8 weeks, and then they go off on their own, but there's a lot here, and the skipper's telling us all the information about seals and about the history of the lighthouse, which is pretty cool. So the lighthouse was built in the 1800s, and there's loads of rocks around here. There's a rock reef out there, and if the tide goes even lower, you can see it a lot more. There's loads of shipwrecks, as you can imagine. So if you like your diving, that is the spot to do it, but make sure you're well trained because it's pretty dangerous. And actually, we found out that Seal Island is a different location down the coast, but he said his colleagues have already been there and there's no seals, so there's no point going there. They're going to take you to where the seals are, and we just saw heaps here. We saw a pregnant one, we saw young ones, a female is called a cow, a male is called a bull, the little ones are called pups. And yeah, we've had a great time.
Coming back into the shallows of the bay here is just so incredible. The colour of the water is just unreal. Just keep looking at it thinking, where are we again?
It's so beautiful. That was great. Definitely a must do. We went with Tiger Lily. They were just the people that were ready to go when we asked them. Yeah. But definitely recommend. The skipper was great. Yeah. We loved it.
Back on dry land, and now we're going to go and find something to eat.
You can hire deck chairs and they just look so British summertime seaside holiday. For brunch, we have come to Yallah. Now, this cafe is popular because it has this view. It has a prime location overlooking the St Ives harbour, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. We worked up appetite as we were exploring the coastline looking for seals, so we've ordered some brunch food, and we're going to eat it with this view. That is good. This is homemade lemon cordial, and it's hitting the spot. We are currently experiencing a heat wave in the UK. We're in the high 20s today in St Ives, and it's summer vibes, so this is perfect.
I love all of the old buildings down here. On the other side of the harbour, there's one called the Sloop Inn. It's an old pub, and it says it's been there since the 1300s. So old.
Now, St Ives has plenty of beaches to choose from if you fancy a dip. The one right in front of the town itself is the harbour. As you can see, the water has completely gone because the tide is out. The UK has the largest tide in the world after only Canada. So make sure you check your tide times depending on what you want to do here down at the beach. But next to the harbour, over this side is Porthminster, and that's a very popular beach, very beautiful, and right now the water is looking gorgeous. Look at that blue water. Are we in the Caribbean? The Cornish Caribbean. And over on that side of St Ives, we have a few other popular beaches, including the Little Dog Beach and Porthmere, I believe it's called. That's quite a popular spot. We've got a few nice cafes over that way. There's about 5 in total that you can reach to from the town. And if you include Carbis Bay, which is just over next to St Ives that way, then technically we have around 6 here in St Ives. And Carbis Bay itself is definitely a must visit. A lot of people consider that one of the most beautiful beaches in Cornwall.
So we're just taking a little walk around the coastal path now. This is actually part of the Greater Southwest Coast Path, a 630-mile path all the way around the southwest of England. But honestly, I just keep being blown away by the colour of the water here. It is insane. Now, if we continue on this coastal path, we're going to end up going to the island and then around to Porthmere Beach.
So as you come from the coast path from Dog Beach, Babaluge, you come to Porthgwydden Beach. This is a lovely little beach. We actually have some netting out there. So they have like a safe zone for swimming and paddleboarding, and there's loads of changing sheds and also a cafe. So this is definitely a good spot if you want to spend a day at the beach. We highly recommend you take a walk to the island and head up to the chapel, because from up here you get an amazing vantage point of St Ives and the whole Cornish coastline. We can see back to Godrevy Lighthouse, which we were at earlier, and then you can also see down to Porthmere Beach, which is the final main beach of St Ives. This one is a big one. There's loads of cafes and restaurants, so another great place to spend the day at the beach.
If you're into your art, there are a lot of galleries here in St Ives. Because the light here is so magical, people love to paint it. One of the main galleries is the Tate, which is a modern art museum. And top tip, if you want to visit, go up to the top to the cafe for free. You don't have to pay to go in the Tate, but if you want to do that, you can too. And it has an amazing view of Porthmere Beach.
Look at this. Okay, I think we're going to go in here and look for a pasty because, well, we haven't had one today, and you need a pasty every day while in Cornwall. Oh, what did you go for? Uh-oh. Make sure you hide them.
St Ives gives very, very authentic Cornish fishing village kind of vibes. Very cute, quaint little streets. I would not recommend driving into St Ives though. It is a big no-no. It's just so windy. There's really not much room for traffic on these streets, and because it's so popular as a tourist destination, you're just constantly behind pedestrians as well. So I would advise park at the top and walk down, or the other option is to park at St Earth Park and Ride, which is near the A30, and you can take a scenic train into St Ives.
I had to find somewhere safe to eat your pasty. But I never had a St Ives Bakery pasty before. Oh, it's already here. Go away.
We found a little hiding spot on one of the back alleys here, hiding from seagulls. Is it good? Oh.
Yeah, it was a massive bite. Walking back up to the car park is hard work. We are desperate to jump in the ocean, so we drove along the coast to Carbis Bay. It's about a 10-minute drive from St Ives, so not far at all. We tried to get a park close to the beach, but it's impossible. It's quite private down there with the hotel, and then if we wanted to park at the like a beach restaurant shack, it was 15 quid for the day per day, not even an hourly slot. No spaces anyway, so we drove back up and we parked at the Carbis Bay train station. It's $5.50, but it wasn't taking any money, so free today. And we're gonna walk down the hill and jump in the ocean. Deciding where to go in, it just looks all so nice and beautiful. And the hotel over there, oh my God, they have rooms right on the beachfront. Amazing. This water is even more beautiful and even clearer than the water that we saw around Malaga and the coast of Spain when we were there the other month. It's a bit fresh, but it's nice. But it's fresh.
I should have brought my snorkel. There's a big fish in the water, and
It's
it's
big.
so clear as well.
If you want to explore more of Cornwall, then go check out our Cornwall playlist and check the link in the description below for our Cornwall Pocket Guide to help you plan your trip to Cornwall better. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!